Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulik Malshabinabang, and today I'm going to present about sentence and sentence fragments. Sentences are an important part of language. Without it, all ideas cannot be conveyed at all. No information can be conveyed. It'll be just a bundle of words with meanings but no coherent ideas. And meanwhile, sentence fragments are what happens when those sentences go wrong. All right. So we'll explain that later. But first, the learning expectations for this lesson is to define sentences and fragments, being able to recognize common types of fragments, and to be able to revise fragments into complete sentences. So, first topic, get this out of the way first. What is a sentence? What makes a sentence? So, a sentence needs three things, that is, a subject, a predicate, or a verb phrase, and it must express a complete thought. This is the most important part. So, having a subject, predicate, and complete thought. How does that look? In the example, she closed the door. She, subject, closed the door, verb phrase or predicate, and the thought that is being conveyed here that she, a girl, woman, closed the door, an action. An action with an actor. Simple enough? Good. But what if something is missing? What happens when one of the criteria aren't met? Either they don't have any subject, they don't have any verb, or the thoughts aren't complete. Well, it becomes a fragment. A fragment is like a bad cliffhanger. It leaves you confused without anything to show for it. It's like when someone texts you something and you said, and? That confusion, that is a fragment. So, the type of fragments there are here, we have five. First is the subordinate clause fragment. Subordinate clause fragments are words like because, if, although, those words that depend on others are left alone and hanging. In the example, because he left early. So, because what? What causes him to left early? What caused after he left early? The idea is not complete. The thought is not complete. And then the next one is infinitive verb fragments. To plus verb. To depends on an actor. So to win the prize, what to win the prize, who to win the prize. Again, it's incomplete. And then next one is verbless exclamation. No way! An exclamation without any verb. No way what? There's no verb there and there's no subject there. Both are missing. No subject, no verb, not a sentence. ING participle phrase fragment. Walking down the street. Who's walking down the street? Walking to street where? It's missing. ING requires an actor, a subject, but it's not here. Next one is missing subject or missing verb. Simple. A bright red bike on the lawn. Where's the verb? What's the white bike doing there? Nothing. So it is not a complete sentence. So here we are seeing a couple sentences that sounds correct, but in reality they are not. Okay, next one. How do we fix sentence fragments? Well, you add back what's missing. That's what. In sentence fragments, the basics of it is something is missing there. We just add it in. Missing information, add information. Missing verb, add verb. That kind of stuff. The first method, like I said, add the missing subject or verb. Simply add it in. For example, walking to class. Who's walking to class? Well, she was walking to class. By adding a subject and a helping verb was, the the sentence fragments was walking to class is completed. Simple enough, right? So, if you don't want to simply add something in, you can also attach it into a nearby sentence. If a fragment depends on another idea, combine them. If another if another idea is already existing, just squish them in. So, for example, because the lecture ended early, what caused because the lecture ended early, right? Does it cause something? Does it was caused by something? That kind of stuff. So, either you can put it in front. We went for lunch because the lecture ended early, or because the lecture ended early, we went for lunch. Same idea, different positions, different um, orientation, but still it carries an idea to help the word because, hence completing this fragment. Rewrite the fragment into an independent clause. Convert the whole structure. Sometimes this is a trickier part of this to fixing, but it can help. So, for example, for infinitive phrase, to make the team. What to make the team? Who to make the team? So, he trained hard to make the team. Next one, noun phrase. A pile of wet clothes on the floor. Apply a pile of wet clothes was on the floor. Preposition. All right. Next one, TLDR, quick cheat sheet. A sentence must have three things, which is subject, verb, and complete thought. Fragment, missing one of those or dependent only. And to test it, can it stand alone? Say, read the word, does it make sense? Does it answer to who or do what? If none, it's not a sentence. And then to fix it, add subject, verb, attach it, or recast it. All right? So let's put all of this into practice. Which one of these are sentence and fragments? Right? I'm gonna give you some time for that. You can pause the video, read them all. All right, we're back, and here are the answer keys. Hope you all got that one right. All right, so that's the end of everything. And like to put simply, sentences are complete thought, and how do I say this? Sentences are an important way to articulate our information, our ideas. In order for us to effectively communicate those, we must make sure that our sentences are correct and complete to leave no room for confusion. So, with that said, thank you for listening, and don't forget to keep on thinking.